Hi, I'm Joe Burfitt, founder and CEO of Modify. I don't know where the little controller is. There we go. Modify is a design platform for multidisciplinary designers for the creative professional. So we're targeting the highest end of the design platform. I wrote this to speak about today, which is empowering creativity, navigating the intersection of human, creative, and AI intersection. I think I wrote this at like 2 o'clock in the morning when I got the email from Jackson. So don't really know what I was meaning by that, but like it's really about how do we have creative collaboration as a partner going forwards. Like, last year, we heard a lot of kind of conversations about AI was going to take jobs. Like, it's going to remove things. It's going to reduce the amount of things that we have to do. I just don't believe that is the case. I actually think it's going to empower creatives to do more, act faster, and experiment and ideate much, much quicker than they've ever been able to do before. How do we have AI as that collaborator? If you think about creativity, if you're working in a company right now, you talk to other people, you collaborate on a daily basis. Creativity is not an individual thing that you work on. Like, you work in a team, it's a team sport. So why can't AI be that part of that team sport? We've been using background remove, we've been using Magic Wand and many other generative AI for a long period of time now. Why can pixel manipulation go hand creative flow? And we really want to make Modify be that creative flow state. So the best that I can kind of get you to imagine what this is if you remember in Iron Man where Tony Stark is interacting with Jarvis, like, we're not there yet, but this is kind of the extent to where we want to go with Modify. You can talk, you can interact, you can like push the pixels around as a human with a brush, and it feels like sculpting an idea rather than like having to just type in a prompt. So that's kind of where we're going with Modify. Where are we today? I will skip over to a few demos. So Modify is not just an image generation platform. So we manipulate bitmaps and pixels. We also do vectors, but we also do animation as well. So I will talk a bit about the AI capabilities, but we also have what is a shader base. So web GPU, I won't go into the details of what that means, but it gives you the ability to do significant manipulations of pixels in the browser. This is real time. This is on the Wi-Fi right here. I can go in. Everything is fully non-destructive, so I can just change this to light. Everything is undo. So I'll show you a few more different shader-based tools in a minute, but just wanted to keep on going through those. We also have the generative AI piece of this. Like, you can type in a spaceman wearing bunny ears sitting on the moon, and we generate the images in here. Like, that's cool, but we believe that you need a lot more, and I've heard it today, a lot more control, precision, to be able to manipulate things. Like, if you look at this picture, the ears aren't great. Like, with Modify, you could actually put a spaceman, put ears on the top of it, regenerate over the top, so you have a lot more precision over what the output is. Here's me and my co-founder. My co-founder is not here today. You can just type in zombies into this. Like, I was pretty precise about the actual input which I used, but you can see it's really, I'm sorry if you don't like zombies, really getting at the detail and passing through that control so you can work hand in hand. It's like composition AI or a collage style AI. It's in here, so you have, this is all in the browser. You can share it, you can collaborate it in real time, all your standard things. I just put Joe up here. I can change this to Yo because I'm not imaginative when I'm on stage. And kick off the generation. I'll just show these while that's working. And that's taking the underlying information and passing it through. Again, you have more control with the actual text, with the type that you can put in there. We have Google Fonts. We're actually launching probably in the next couple of weeks. You can upload your own font libraries, so you can keep on manipulating with the brand aesthetic that you want. So let's go back. Let's hide that. It's still generating. I will come back. This was an example from Calm. So working with companies, we want to get into the enterprise ecosystem. This was just working with Calm. All it was literally the prompt Calm. Another example, this was not Nighttime Mountain. It was a 3D render. But we also do the silhouette mode as well, which I don't know. If that one's going to show up. There you go. You kind of have to squint. But I'll go back to... all this one was literally 3D render. And it came back with that. We want to get a lot more precise over the next 6 months about the colors that you can put in, keeping the brand identity, and keeping the logo intact so it doesn't manipulate it in any way. Just a few others which were generated out there. You can see how quickly you can iterate and go through different ideations, so you can experiment as fast as thought. I'll just go back to the inflatable text. I'm guessing I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi anymore. This was Calm as well. They did a collaboration with SoundCloud. So they did the SoundCloud logo in the background and inputted words. This one was just a text bubble. So if you want to follow him, it's Saint Laurent Del Rey. He's on Twitter. He's a big designer, previously at Snapchat. And he was using our tool and just playing around and came up with a little sofa, purely with the input, which was a blue couch with the underlying image as the bubble from the iPhone. And to make sure that we don't leave out our Android friends, he also did it in green. And then I wanted to go back to the shader piece. So this is just fun. I can change this to whatever I like. Again, I'm not creative. We've got all these different types of modifiers. So I will just add on a very simple one. So this is called shrink wrap. You can see very quickly I can start manipulating and changing aesthetics. This all renders in real time. And then if I like something, I can hover over any attribute and start giving it some animation. move it up and down, a little bit of scale. But then I can go back to that shrink wrap. I can change this to, oops. Maybe I like the indent. So again, this very fast to be able to iterate and play around and keep you in that flow state and really be able to experiment with whatever you want. And then lastly, to combine all of those together, I started with just a font, added over a layer. You can't spell creativity without AI. That's a terrible pun, I apologize. Add on a shape. I heard one laugh over there, thank you. Adding in the edge. Oops, went too far. I'm going to turn the edge off. And then with this, I then generated some different looks. So went through, created all these different styles. We have trained on top of Stable Diffusion XL, but then we create all these different styles, which are specifically for graphic designers and visual designers. So photography, art and design, 3D, we all keep on adding to this. And you can see just going through like the experiment that you can actually get within a matter of minutes. And then a few more different styles here. And then I copied all of these out and then put small little amounts of motion on it. And then you can just play through and you get something pretty incredible within, like, to try and create this within a company's name who might be here today would take a significant amount of time. Like, this took me less than 20 minutes today to create all of that. Maybe you're not going to be using that in your brand aesthetic because it doesn't keep the colors and things. But as we keep on giving more precise control and collaboration with the AI, we're going to see a significant more amount of creativity and leveling up the professional designers so they can go faster and rather than just pulling everything down to being very, very generic content which is shared on social media. That's Modify. Thank you very much for listening. Please give it a try. We love feedback. Join us on Discord. We're building for the creative professionals, so we want to hear from you. We have many, many different features coming out. Multi-canvas is coming out pretty soon. We have a lot of actual animation-based real-time. Oh, sorry. One last thing to show you. Animation real-time diffusion. So this will be in Modify very shortly. So you can do side-by-side collaboration with the AI, again, keeping you in that flow state and doing very crazy things. You can watch the rest of that video on Twitter. Thank you very much.